Hey, what's going on? It's Decide New 224, so the end of the day, and it's still dark and it's still rainy out. But I was thinking about something earlier. I was thinking about 15 minutes, right? So how many of you are able to find 15 minutes within your schedule to be more productive in some type of way? And I was looking at something, and so on a normal week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I go to this class during lunch. To work out, to exercise, and the classes, dictated that, hey, it's from this time to this time, and I always show up early, and I always catch myself standing around and doing nothing while I wait for this class, from anywhere from 5 minutes to 25 minutes, just depending on what it is, because I try to leave on time so I have enough time to, change and do stuff like that. And I was looking at it, and I was like, why am I wasting the time, right? Because not every day is the same. But why am I wasting the time waiting for that class, that physical exercise class to start? Why don't I just do something of my own? And I got it, because it's like, I was thinking about, well, I'm going to this class during lunch so I can exercise during lunch, and not really thinking about expanding on the entire time that I have during that, right? Because sometimes the class ends early also. It just really depends. Like I said, I'm not the instructor on it, but I'm going to it, and I go to it, and I want to be able to maximize the time that I get out of it. So today was one of those opportunities. I got out there, I wanted to see kind of what it was, and I got out there early, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go in, I'm going to exercise prior to. And I was able to go ahead and knock out an extra 15 minutes of exercise. Now, grand scheme, right? Well, that's 15 minutes in one day. Yeah, one day, but if you are able to, find 15 days every other day, or every single day, or, every third day, whatever, and put that into something that is making you more successful, right? Because at the end of the day, like, I'm trying to be as physically fit as possible. It's part of my lifestyle. So if I'm trying to look for that, and I'm trying to make sure that I am, 15 minutes every day or every third day, that, amounts to something. So look at your schedule. What do you have in your schedule where you're able to go ahead and maybe find an extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, if not more, and maximize that time in accomplishing things that you want to and you need to become more successful. Because I think if we look at it, even though my day is very, very busy, and I had, numerous meetings this morning, and I had numerous things I had to get done this afternoon, I block off time for myself during my own lunch to accomplish my gym goal, whatever it is. And then I was like, well, I'm not maximizing that to the the fullest extent. So think about it. What are you doing in your own, daily schedule, and where are you able to pull, some extra time out to help you be successful? Even if it's time, you find 15 minutes of time, you go to the bathroom, I don't care, you go to the bathroom and you go sit there on the pot for 5 minutes, right? Hey, what are you doing on that? And most people, well, I'm scrolling through my phone and I'm Facebooking, but what are you doing to make yourself more successful overall? Are you reading? Are you doing some type of online research? You can find this time overall to maximize your successfulness, maximize the time that you have to be more successful. I think we don't look at it in the grand scheme of things sometimes, and we just like, well, it's only 5 minutes. I wasted 5 minutes. I'm standing around for 10 minutes. I wasn't doing anything. And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? No, at 15 minutes, and I went and I worked out on the elliptical, and then I came out, and then I did, the 25, 30 minutes of the exercise overall. And instead of just getting a 30-minute workout, I got a 45-minute workout, and I was still able to change over and make my next meeting that I had in the afternoon. So think about that overall. Think about where you're able to pull out this time frame, or this time in the grand scheme of things to make yourself more successful overall. So I appreciate you watching Decide New 224. Think about that. Try to find that 15 minutes if you can. If you can find more, that's great. If you can find less, it's still good to find it, because that adds up over, a length of time. So until my next video, appreciate you watching.